Our objective today, to help your son or daughter become a better hitter, and we all know that's the hardest thing to do in sports. I have 3 objectives today. Number 1 is to show you what we do at Windward, teaching-wise. Number 2, I'm going to analyze a major league swing with the help of my son Brian, 7-time All-Star, 6-time Silver Slugger. And C, I want to take your son's or daughter's clip, put it next to Brian, analyze the mechanics and the fundamentals of each, and hope that they line up. So, number 1, what we teach at Windward is this. Number 1 is your stance. I get a lot of kids that come in and they're too close to home plate. When you get in here, people are going to pound you in, and you'll never get your barrel head out, and you're going to get caught in here. You'll make contact, but not good contact. Then on the flip side of that, I get kids that are too far off the plate. It really exploits you on the outside corner. So what I like to get kids to do is get a stance that you can cover both sides of the plate. Number 2 is your stance is here. Number 2, make sure your head is up so your eyes are level. I'm real big on vision. I've had kids come in and they bury their head. Make sure the head is up so the eyes are level. And that leads us to the angle of the bat. I'd like you to go 45 degrees here. And we'll get into that when you see the swing mechanics in a second. But go 45. I get a lot of kids that come in at 90. If you go 90, that creates what I call a loop. And that's a long swing. So head up, eyes level, bat at a 45. And I'd like you to start somewhere by your ear, somewhere in here, with a little bit of rhythm and balance. I've never been a real good hitter that came up and they're real tense. So make sure they're very relaxed here. Head up, eyes level, battle 45 right through here. Now the key to hitting for me is called a load, and I call it energy. When you pick your front foot up, the weight transfers back to the catcher. We're going to call that a load, energy. So I'm here, I got my stance. When I pick this foot up, notice that my weight, energy, goes back to the catcher. We're going to call that a load. Now, the ball's delivered right there. You see it right there coming out of the pitcher's hand. Fastball, curveball, changeup, slider. You got to be able to hit all of those. The opposite of a load is a lead. If your first movement is here, you're in trouble. As you get older, they'll throw you nothing but off-speed pitches, changeups and curveballs. So make sure stance, load. The next phase is what I call contact. So I'm here, nice and relaxed, stance, load, here comes the pitch, bam! Now notice my bat's level. What I like to call it is a hitting V. Look at my arms, they're in a V, the same V as my legs. Okay, notice it belly buttons at the pitcher, and I'm up on my back toe. My head is right there hitting that. What we're trying to hit here, fellas, is line drives. No fly balls, no ground balls. So stance, load, bam! Contact right there. From contact, you extend. The extension should go right to the pitcher. Both hands on the bat, finish right towards the pitcher here. And then your finish, both hands on the bat, and finish to your lead shoulder or your back. A couple pitfalls. I've had kids come in, they let go of their bat, and see how long and wild that swing is. Keep both hands on the bat for me. I always tell kids, I was a visual learner. And what a visual learner is, I had to give the kids something, male or female, that they can understand. It's like an airplane landing. An airplane comes in like this, 45 degrees, right here. Now watch, it hits the runway, it levels off, it goes down the runway, it peels off to the terminal. Watch my swing from the side. Stance, load, look at that bat angle come down. Now watch, right? There, see it level? Sweet part of the bat, left-handed hitter. Base hit left center, base hit dead center, base hit right center. But you can see my bat's level 15, 18 inches. Again, our objective is to hit line drives. If you're hitting the top of the cage, you have what is I call an uppercut. Your airplane is taking off. You're hitting the bottom of the ball and it's going up here, which is going to get caught. If you're hitting ground balls, your airplane is landing, it's crashing. You're hitting on top of the ball here, beating the ball in the ground. So again, just to review from the front, we want your son or daughter to do this. Stance, load, bam! Head still, belly button to the pitcher, roll up in your back toe, attack forward. Now watch from the side. Stance, load, bam! Same thing. And our objective, hit line drives. So I hope you liked the video. Hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. Okay, guys, we're going to analyze Brian McCann's swing. Number 1 is his stance. Now notice, here's a clip. He picks his foot up. There's his stance. Now watch. Heads up, eyes are level. Huge on that. Now look at his bat angle. It's at 45 degrees, and I emphasized his back elbow. It has to be below his hands, so the bat stays in that 45-degree angle. Notice his knees. They're a little bit of flex for power. You don't want to look like a statue. You want to look a little bit of flexion right there is perfect. And notice that his feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. So that's a nice stance. From there, we pick the foot up to the load position. See the foot come up? Now notice the head is still level and the ball's delivered right here, guys. This is the key to hitting. Now notice his bat angle. Still at a 45, he's ready to attack the baseball. His foot comes up as I put the square around it. When the foot comes up, the weight transfers back to the backside. This is the key to hitting. Notice that the weight is on his backside, and the ball's delivered right there. He's getting ready to really attack this baseball. As we continue out, the foot lands. Now look at the contact. And you can see that was a home run, but the head is still level. Now notice I drew lines from his head to contact, straight as an arrow. I drew a line from his head to his front toe, straight as an arrow, and I drew a line from his head to his back knee, straight as an arrow. Now I really emphasized the back toe. Notice that the red square is on the back toe again. What you generate your power from is your hip source. To get your hips through, which Brian has done, you've got to be up on that back toe. So this is really a good contact, and as we talked about, he killed that one. Now we go from contact to extension, pretty much the same lines. The head's level, the front toe is down, the line is to his back knee, and look at the extension with the bat. Make sure you take that out towards the pitcher, and the back toe is up, which gives you your power. And notice his hip source. The belly button's looking right at the pitcher. Perfect. And then from there we finish, and notice the head is still level. The belly button's at the pitcher. He's up on his back toe, and all his momentum now goes towards the pitcher, and that's just an unbelievably gifted swing. Thanks, guys. See you soon.